Section 8 housing determines the contribution that the government is going to make based on the income of the occupants. So you two cannot reach a side deal that an additional person can live there, but he stays off the Section 8 paperwork. The problem is you agreed to defraud Section 8 together. That's what happened here, okay? It makes no sense that you would prepay late fees in the amount of $85 when that isn't even the amount of the late fee. Like, let's get real here, folks, okay? You reached a side agreement to bypass Section 8. Both of you did it, and you did it together. And now you both don't like how things turned out, and you're suing the other. So you're basically asking us here in court to validate an agreement to defraud the government by giving one of you money. You're asking for money back. The agreement that you reached was illegal. And I think you both know that. But I'm going to open this up to my colleagues.
Okay, a couple of questions. How did you come to $5,000? What did you add up?
85 times 60 is 5,100.
60 months?
I was there for 60 months.
Any money that she paid, she got credit for it. During the COVID pandemic, doing all of that, when Section 8 wanted to pay additional rent, I helped her claim for it so she could get some money to pay her bills. Everything was credited. We had an argument over it because I couldn't charge her late fees. She didn't want to pay anything. It was a big headache with her, and she got every dollar that was due her on any of her credit, every dollar. And if she felt like I overcharged her, why is she still there?
Right.
Why is it that she's going to wait till she not pay rent in January?
Because you were willing to defraud Section 8 with her. That's why.
Did you make a complaint to Section 8?
Several complaints.
And what was the upshot?
They're in the exhibit. You can
know about the $85 that she was trying to charge you.
I can show it to you. Section 8 told me to contact legal aid. I can show you the email. They told me to contact legal aid.
You told them that you had a tenant that you weren't supposed to have in the unit?
Yeah, because all actuality, I didn't know about the payment of the breakdown until October, because I had filed a complaint against her because she cut off the water faucets to my unit because she said we were wasting water. But in all actuality, my unit and the other unit share the same water line. So she cut off the little water thing. So I filed the complaint with the city, and they was like, we need proof of your Section 8 information, how much you pay, and your rent receipts. So when I got that document from Section 8, I seen that I had been paying her like $392 extra outside of the actual $85. So now I reached out to Section 8, my Section 8 worker, and I could show you. She told me to contact legal aid.
They're both saying the $85 is for something different. She's saying that it was late fees. She's saying it's for the extra tenant. She's saying it's late fees, right?
Yeah, I was paying for late fees.
She's saying
$85?
Yeah.
She's saying it was for an extra tenant.
She's the first person in the world who was prepaying late fees in an amount that the late fee actually wasn't.
That makes no sense.
All right.
That makes no sense.
We're going to go to deliberation. Thank you both very much. We'll excuse you while we're going to deliberate. We've reached a verdict. Ms. Winslow, Ms. Willis, we have done our best to try and unwind the positions of both of you. At the root of the problem, what you did, whether it was deliberate or a misunderstanding, you covered the fact that there were more tenants than Section 8 believed in the apartment. That's the first problem. The second problem is that with respect to the security deposit, you got a $3,000 security deposit. You said that the rent that's owed to you from January to July was approximately $3,000. You have been paid. In your document, in your lease, you say that you pre-charged her $500 for cleaning. There were repairs that had to be made, that had things that had to be done when she left. You got paid for it in advance, $500. And with respect to your calculations in the cross complaint, they just don't add up for us. Again, we're talking about this $85. When you initially agreed and understood what that extra $85 was for. So we unanimously dismiss your countersuit, and we unanimously dismiss your complaint on the grounds that both of you have failed to establish your cases by a fair preponderance of the evidence, and that's the verdict of the court.